Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 15, your final reflection week for your group dynamics course. We should just be wrapping things up this week. So for this week, you have two service learning tasks. So the first one is your participation assessment, one for each of your group members. So when you click on here, you're going to see this participation assessment instrument. So what you need to do is you need to put your name at the top because you're doing the assessment and the name of the person being assessed. And then you want to make sure that you give that person a score for each one of these 8 categories. And then you're going to do that for every person in your group, and you're going to submit all of them together for this service learning task 14. For your service learning task 15, this is again an individual assignment, but this is basically your final reflection upon the course. So this should be a paper. It should be reflective and creative. Basically, it's going to cover about 3 different things. So first, it's going to cover your personal experience. So give a synopsis of your most memorable observations that you've made during this course. So be specific and cite the textbook and page numbers as appropriate. So if you were really interested when we talked about arguing in groups, and how that can lead to a creative process and how to do that effectively, then make that observation and then make sure that you cite the specific things that were memorable and that stood out to you for that. Connections to the course readings. So apply some of the concepts and terms of the course readings to your personal experience. So you want to discuss this in broader context, for example, social, economic, cultural, political dimensions, and what you've experienced. So some of these things that you've experienced with your group, or how that you can apply this into future groups as far as your job, as far as interacting with different diverse cultures, those types of things in this broader sense. Again, make sure that you're citing as you are relating back to that course material. And then finally, future, how will you incorporate what you've learned from this class into your future studies professional lives, and how will you help you become a more effective group member or leader. So these are really the key concepts that you are learning and growing towards as you look towards your future. There's a checklist here that shows you exactly what needs to be in your to follow for the paper. So it needs to be 1,000 words in length, double spaced. Of course, that doesn't count the cover page or reference page. You need to make sure the paper is well organized and elegantly written. So make sure that you are double checking your spelling, your grammar, your punctuation. All that stuff is accurate, as well as all of your citations. So you should use citations. They should come from your textbook. And again, in a meaningful way. So if you're just throwing in quotes and you're not really explaining how those relate to what you're saying, then that's not really being used in a meaningful way. So make sure that you are sufficiently incorporating your text into the overall flow of your paper. If you have other outside texts or outside materials that you have looked at or utilized throughout the course, feel free to cite those as well, as long as they have gone along with the course material. And then obviously citations, make sure that you are using your APA style. So this is your title page, this is your reference page, this is your in-text citations. You can go to the OWL Purdue website if you have any questions on APA formatting. So these are the different things I'll be looking for as we go through to grade, so the quality of information. So is it clear? Did you give a personal experience that is vivid? And so, and when I say that, that also means that it's not vague. So make sure it's a very specific experience. So as the description says, so the reader can almost see what happened. I'm looking for concepts, theories, and terms that are related to the course readings, that are related to your personal experience, and that you also demonstrate an understanding of the course material. And so again, that you're not just telling me that this is a good concept that was interesting to you, but that you actually understand what that concept means and how to apply it to your life. Organization. Again, make sure you have well-constructed paragraphs. So this means that you should have like a thesis sentence, you should have topic sentences and details to go along to support those topic sentences, along with a concluding sentence. And then, of course, every sentence needs to flow well into the next, as well as every paragraph needs to flow well into the next. And then finally, sources. All course concepts included are accurately cited. So make sure, again, APA, make sure your reference list is included and done in APA as well. And then make sure you double check everything for grammar, spelling, and punctuation. And that final paper is your final reflection that you will upload to the Service Learning Task 15. If you have any questions about that final reflection, please let me know. And also, if for some reason your group did not get your final presentation done for your group project, please go ahead and get those in this week as soon as possible, so that way I can get those graded as well. If you guys have any questions, I'm here, and I'll be happy to be available throughout this week if you guys need to have a Zoom call or anything like that to go over your final paper, or any last minute questions if the presentation hasn't been turned in yet. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I look forward to reading your final reflection essays.